Hey everyone, I'm CCYamato. Welcome to the new Wall of Magic. I've spent all week setting it up, buying these cheap shelves, and it was a journey to get them, but I got a lot of stuff up here, including the whole Sakura section here, but we won't talk about that today. Today is episode 18, Blaze, and hopefully some interesting stuff's gonna happen in this, because I've been seeing some interesting screenshots pop up. So I've already gotten one or two things spoiled for me, but as far as I know, what happens today is Blaze appears and they fight Blaze with Aqua, and Shaoran does, in the manga, he pulls out a card and casts a spell with it. And the manga never goes into detail of what that is. So here's hoping the anime does that, because that's sort of what Cardcaptor Sakura always did, where the manga laid the groundwork for the series, and then the anime kind of really expanded on the foundations that were put in the manga. So yeah, it's episode 18, Blaze. Let's find out. Well, good news. No need for a lightning round this week because honestly, the animation wasn't that bad. Yay! Also, very little happened in this, even though, like, the stuff that did happen looked really cool. So, yeah, this is Blaze. It starts off at school where they're actually looking through the pop-up book that, in the manga, we never actually got to see it open, so that's nice. At least in this episode, we got to actually see what this pop-up book is. We already knew it was an Alice in Wonderland book, but still, it was a nice little sequence. And this leads to, later at home, we get another scene with Akiho and Kaito. And this very, very clearly Kaito just like, I can't wait for you to be better friends with Sakura so I could do the evil things. It's like, if he had a twirly mustache, of course he'd be doing that when she's not around. After that, they go and fight Blaze. And that sequence is really, really cool. Like, they put a lot of effort into that one. Blaze comes off as, like, it's the same shape as Fly and the same shape as Aqua, but, like, you can really see it more clearly. I think they give Blaze a lot more time to kind of be on screen and be visible. Because, like, Aqua, you only ever saw it as rain, basically, until it was sealed, whereas Blaze is just out there like, I'm a bird! And it appears as friggin' Winged Dragon of Ra from Yu-Gi-Oh! First, just a giant fireball before to break it out, and honestly, for a bird made of fire, not really setting too much stuff on fire. But still, it was a good sequence, and then it leads into something that the manga alluded to, but never really made clear. In the manga, Shaoran pulls out a card. It's a blank card from what we can see, and he casts a spell that binds Blaze, and Sakura is able to catch it. Here, he very clearly casts Windy. Like, he doesn't pull out a card, but, like, the magic that comes out, it's very clearly Windy, and it binds it the same way that Windy bound Fly. So, I guess this gives more credence to the idea that Shaoran is either copying the Clow magic, or actually is the one who stole the cards originally. Like, his whole point in this whole thing was to steal the cards from Sakura so that she wouldn't have her own cards to work with during this adventure. I'm waiting for all the explanation to come along, and I think it's going to, because the manga, I think, is coming to a climax, and this series, from what I can understand, is only going to run 22 episodes. Which means if this is 18, we only have 4 more episodes left. And next episode's going to be a filler. Now in the manga, after this, it goes to, I think, directly to Sakura's grandfather's place. So that whole storyline, which, if you compress it well enough, it can go into a single episode. Or it could potentially end the season on that. That would be weird. So I don't really know where the anime and the manga are going at this point. It worries me that the anime and the manga might diverge like this so dynamically. Like the original series, the original anime ends in a way that's different from the original manga, but it still follows the same basic beats. They dump a few of the extraneous plot details with Ariel, but for the most part, they mostly follow the same beats because the original manga and the anime were being produced or ending around the same time. So if the anime is going to end in 4 more weeks in June, and the manga still probably has a good half a dozen chapters left, depending on what things are going to happen, there's more story that's already been told in the manga than I think that can effectively be told in the anime. Especially if you're going to waste another episode with a filler episode. So it just makes me kind of worried for what the anime is going to do. Like, I would love for the series to go on for another season, even another 12 episodes, just to really get a good ending out of it. But I am a little concerned. It's not that I'm necessarily opposed to the idea of the anime ending differently than the manga, because that happens all the time with anime and manga, but Sakura, at least for the most part, stayed on course, and I imagine that the anime has already been told how the manga is supposed to end. So whatever ending we get in the anime is probably going to be similar. I'm doing a lot more speculation than talking about the episode, but I kind of ran out of things to talk about the episode. The last scene with Toya and Yue is also kind of interesting, but it's not information that's new. We know that Toya's powers are coming back, and we know that he's saving them for some unique occasion. It's no surprise, obviously, that he knows about Sakura and Kiro. This wasn't in the manga, but apparently Toya does know Yue's name now, which is nice. He can call him by his actual name. Their interactions with each other were always very short, so I guess it made sense that he never managed to catch his name. Beyond that, I guess I have nothing else really to say about this episode. I overall liked it. I liked the as again, I will gush over the Blaze fight. That was actually really good. So I think I see where the animation budget from certain episodes goes. It's like, we don't need anything for this episode. Just, do the crappy eyes and faces on this one, because we got to put the animation budget in this battle with the giant Firebird. But yeah, there's no need for a lightning round, because everything was just pretty stock. It was all, it was all that normal kind of stuff that just doesn't really stand out. Beyond that, I guess I'm rambling. Next episode, again, is filler. They've been leading up to this Sakura's going to go to the library to read to children thing. I'm like, is this really worth making is this really worth building a side plot in a series for? It's like, if this is going to start leading into the series finale, which would kind of make sense because the original Sakura, the final judgment took 3 episodes between an episode and a half of catching Earthy and fighting Yue, and then 2 or 3 episodes for Ariel's thing, plus the epilogue. I guess it would make sense for them to start wrapping up now, but it seems like it's early. I don't know. I guess I'm dwelling on this because I am concerned about what kind of ending we're going to get to the anime when the manga is kind of a coin flip, 50-50, whether or not it's ending. But until then, I guess we'll find out next week. I'm still working on the chapter review. That should be up sometime this week. There's a huge reveal, and it's so surprising, guys. I can't wait to talk about it. Until then, I'll see you next time. Enjoy the Wall of Magic. I'll probably do some photos of it up on Twitter. That's CCM_Yamato. You can follow that there for updates. Until then, I'll see you next time. Bye.